Hey everybody, it's the Herb Guy with the Elder Herb Shop, and welcome back to where science meets nature, a channel where we discuss the medicinal value of plants and other substances found in nature all around us, with a little bit of science thrown in because we can. Today, I'm going to be accompanied by Mr. Soul here. Going to go for a walk. We're going to kill a couple birds with one stone. Going to get him out for the day. If you, on a side note, if you are going to be harvesting herbs, I mean, today's a nice day to do that. You're getting close to the end and when you're going to be able to actively harvest some good herbs before they all start dying off. If you look close, you still have dandelions out, and those are all still good. Now would be the time to get those before, I mean, depending on where you're at, if you're already covered in snow, well, yeah, I guess you missed your chance. But today we're going to talk about how to beat viruses naturally. Now, when I initially wanted to start the video, it was like, hey, this sounds great. I'll just do a quick video on different natural ways to beat viruses. And it kind of exploded out from there because there are so many different ways. There's our elderberry here, as you can tell. Getting ready to give it up for the season. But we have a nice patch of it here, so hopefully we'll have a better patch next year. It's a good herb for viruses. But as I went down the list of things that are really good for viruses, it's like, man, it looks like I'm going to be making a series of videos on best ways to beat viruses naturally. So we're going to start with one that's kind of, most people wouldn't expect. You know, you think that when it comes to viruses that, you know, you need to go to the doctor and you know, they'll just give you a pill. And the downside is there's only a handful of antiviral drugs out there, and those really aren't very effective. The ones that are, they're very limited in scope and how they affect a virus. Some of them only affect one or two life phases of the virus, you know, which leaves the other, however many that particular virus has, life cycles to continue to expand and produce and make more virus. So the pharmaceutical option isn't necessarily the best way to go because it just takes a slew of drugs and the side effects too. To get the results you're looking for. Now, when it comes to like nature and stuff that you can find in nature, there's plenty of things that can help as far as antiviral properties. And by help, I mean that they will affect a virus in multiple life stages. And according to most doctors who do herbal blends, and in other countries outside of the United States where they actually use herbs as their medicine, they found that if you use an herbal blend, it works significantly more effectively. And the reason why is because each herb or compound or a series of compounds in each herb will affect the life cycle of a virus at different stages of the virus. So you get a certain blend and you'll affect all different stages of a virus versus just one or two. Soul, come on, Soul. He is hunting. So as I was going down my list, I was like, man, you know, what are some really good ways that we could use to, what kinds of information can I get out there that are for really good ways to kill viruses? Soul, get back here. Come on. He's in the bushes. He's a very weird dog. Come on, Soul. Oh, poor baby. Come on, Soul. He wants to hunt. Oh, back on topic. So one of the first things that I found, and it's kind of alphabetical, I suppose. We'll start there anyway. Are bee products, and by bee products, I'm not talking about the letter B or the vitamin B. We're talking about BEE, as in the insect, the bug. And if you're new to herbal healing or nature or what's available from bees, most people assume that, you know, the only thing you get from bees is honey, and that is so way not even close to accurate. The bee products in general tend to have a lot of antiviral properties, and I'm going to go through and we'll break it down. We're going to go through the bee pollen, we'll go through honey, the propolis, and the royal jelly, and how they affect viruses on on a molecular level. The other thing about that is, though, they don't necessarily, not all of them will necessarily have antiviral properties. However, they'll make your body inhospitable to a virus. They'll boost your immune system. They'll tamp down on certain kinds of cell production, while boosting other types of cell production. It's kind of a synergistic effect with your body when you take these particular products. So we're going to go through that, and I do have a little bit of science pulled up. We're going to go ahead and go over. And if you have any comments or questions about that, leave them in the comment section below. I will get back to it as soon as I possibly can. We're going to try to get another video out next week, depending on how busy we are this week. With it being winter, we have a lot more stuff we have to do, other than in the summer when I can get around to doing that. But I do apologize. But yeah, if you guys just stay tuned for a few seconds, I will go ahead and get back up into the office, and as soon as he's done doing whatever it is he thinks he needs to do, and we will get to some science. Stay tuned. Okay, so I kind of was a little misinformed. I didn't necessarily make it back to the office, but I do have to get these separated and processed. So I'm going to do that real quick while we talk about the very first thing on the list, which is honey. Honey is extremely good for your body in regards to the nutrition that it has. Now, when I say that, it kind of comes with a little bit of a caveat. And by that I mean, honey is really good for you as long as you eat the right kind of honey. If it's processed honey, it doesn't have all the same benefits and properties that you're looking for. So it's not going to necessarily do what you want, and it won't live up to the expectations that you may have of it. Now, honey does have antimicrobial properties. It's good for bacteria. It's known to kill funguses. Raw honey helps heal wounds, and people have used it for burns. You can use it to help stem off allergic reactions, because honey is shown to help decrease the production of mast cells, which is, it's MAST, by the way. Mast cells, which the body produces in regards to an allergic reaction, and those can cause the anaphylactic shock and the other issues that you typically have with an allergic reaction. The honey is shown to help alleviate that, so it's not necessarily so bad. But honey is, you have to get the raw, the unpasteurized, because it still has all the good stuff in it. It has all sorts of vitamins and nutrients. It has some amino acids, which are good for people that are exercising or trying to recover from wounds, or just trying to be healthy in general. You can use honey for sure. And now, it can be kind of expensive, but it's one of those things that, if you get it locally sourced, it tends to do better for you, because you'll have the local pollen that you're used to breathing anyway in that honey. And some of it can be very selective. Red clover honey, there's all sorts of other kinds of honey that are used and touted on the internet, and there is science to back those up. I'm going to go ahead and link this down below, a couple of the studies, or at least one study, in how honey is shown to help with antimicrobial activity and immune support. Now, when it comes to viruses, typically speaking, I would never recommend eating anything sweet, because viruses typically feed off sugars, especially processed sugars like high fructose corn syrup, and that stuff is so terrible for your body. And the more of that you eat, the more of an invite that your body is for the virus or the microbe that's trying to grow there. Fungus, bacteria, whatever, even cancers love those kinds of sugars. And if you get rid of those kinds of sugars, you're making your body inhospitable. So even though honey has the sugar in it, it does tend to raise the alkalinity of your body to the point to where it helps your body to fight off and make your body less hospitable for a virus. So that's another interesting point, that you get from something that comes out of a bug. Now, if you give me another, now this time we're going to go back inside, and we're going to go over the next thing that bees make that helps a lot in regards to being antiviral and antimicrobial in general. Hold on. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about bee pollen. Now, if you wonder what bee pollen is, it's that little yellow ball that's on the back leg of that bee. and it's considered to be so beneficial that the German Federal Board of Health recognizes it as a medicine. Now, there's so many benefits to this that you can see why it would be considered a medicine. Among the many benefits of bee pollen is it helps to relieve inflammation, it's an antioxidant, helps boost your liver, strengthens your immune system, works as a dietary supplement, eases symptoms of menopause, reduces stress, and has been shown to speed up healing, both topically and internally. It's high in protein and has over 250 types of nutrients, including vitamins and flavonoids, and many of the essential amino acids that you need to survive. One study suggests that bee pollen has antimicrobial, antifungal, and antiviral properties, and these properties can help kill off bacteria and viruses. Now, I've linked to that particular study in the comment section below. Go ahead and take a look to see some of the really cool properties of bee pollen. Next one on the list is kind of the gross one. This one's royal jelly. Now, it's another very potent compound in a beehive. It's the first food that all bees get in the very beginning from when they're hatched from an egg, and it's the one that's continually fed to future queens of the hives. It's also found to be very high in vitamins and minerals and is considered to be a great antioxidant. Several medical studies have suggested that royal jelly may be an extremely powerful antimicrobial and has no side effects. Now, you can find it as an extract or a tincture, or, as you can see here, it's actually added with another herb for specific purposes, like energy. The hardest part about taking honeybee product supplements is how they are made by the insects. And if you have a weak stomach, I'd highly recommend you don't go searching on how these things are made. Just saying. Alright, so I've saved the best for last. Bee Propolis. Now, I don't have any of this product in stock, but when I get my wild honeybees, I'll certainly try to make sure I do get some in stock. Now, this stuff is incredible, and when you consider the purpose it serves in the colony, it makes it even more amazing. It's literally the glue that holds the hive together. Propolis is extremely powerful as a medicinal compound, from immune support to fighting microbes like viruses, fungi, and bacteria. Now, if you click on the link to the Propolis study in the comment section below, you'll see that the real science in regards to how bee propolis affects the COVID-19 virus. It's a pretty interesting read. And at this point, I'm going to challenge you to do a search for bee propolis against breast cancer. The study I'm referring to is the one where a woman had breast cancer and she took 1 dose of propolis, and within 24 hours, tumor size had decreased by 19%. So, as usual, I have about talked myself out today, and if you found some information in today's video that you hadn't known before, please let me know in the comment section below. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I'm going to get right back on track, and I'll still try to get back to 1 video a week. And the next one will probably be in regards to, I'm not even sure yet. We're getting there. But if you like the video, please give it a like and share. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss my next video, which in theory will be here in about a week. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope everybody stays safe and has a great holiday season.